Hello, you're watching the news summary, review of the major news of the past week. I am Liza Shataeva. From now on, there will be a penalty for accommodation without a proper residence permit. Since January 1st, this item is included in the legislation. According to the new legislation, Kazakhstani people who do not have their own housing may be registered at the workplace. The law enforcement will focus on property owners that register on their premises those individuals who do not actually reside at the indicated addresses.
There are many registration services in Astana. Advertisers tend to understate the price of higher demand. Thus, one needs to pay only 6,000 to 10,000 tenge to be registered in the capital. Representatives of such offices answer unequivocally the question of the legitimacy of services. In any case, it is the owners of apartments who will have to pay the penalty fee.
Те компании и физические лица, которые прописали,
those companies and individuals who have registered people that actually do not live there shall be also responsible. Thus, the legislators will check such companies and individuals.
Это же и связано, вот вы сейчас сами задаете вопрос, а 100 человек пропишут. Вот законодатель и туда-то же идет, чтобы не было вот таких вещей.
Previously, people had to pay penalty for living without registration. Now, the 377th article of the Code of Administrative Offenses have some new amendments.
Amendments include the notice for living without registration period from 10 days to 3 months. A fine is given in case of accommodation for more than 3 months. 103,000 people were fined according to the 377th article over the first 11 months of 2014.
Residency questions was also amended in the law. Kazakhstanis are allowed to register in the workplace. To do this, they just need to ask their employers.
Ему, наоборот, я думаю, удобнее будет, что человек прописан, и он...
I think it will be more convenient for the employer. And if something happens at the workplace, employers will have complete information about the employees. Then he will be able to register with the law enforcement authorities if a problem arises. Registration is now issued through the population service centers. It has a full database that fixes movements of all citizens.
По всем людям видно, где куда двигается.
In most cases, people move to the cities in search of work or to study. Lawyers believe that this innovation will make the life of citizens easier.
Some other changes have been introduced since the beginning of 2015. These are the new traffic laws. From now on, drivers are obligated to have the running lights on even during the daylight hours, transport children in children's special safety seats, and are not allowed to apply airbrush drawings on the car's exterior.
Since January 1st, the new Code of Administrative Offenses Technical Regulations of Customs Union about the safety of vehicles and a package of amendments to the laws on improving the business environment have entered into force. All innovations affect traffic safety. From now on, the cars in the country must have the running lights on during the daylight hours. In addition, it will be forbidden to transport children up to 12 years in the front seat without special safety devices, even in a taxi. Also, since early January, power of attorney to drive vehicles registered under other individuals is completely abolished. Now it is enough to include the name of authorized persons in the insurance policy. New cars will have to undergo technical motor vehicle inspections every 4 years instead of 3, as it used to be, and it's now necessary to have an inspection sticker on person. The police officers will check the vehicle inspections in their database. However, in case of an accident, a car would have to pass a technical inspection again. Drivers can speed up to a maximum 100 kilometers per hour on the highways and up to 110 kilometers per hour only the highway with a dividing strip. Penalties for driving under the influence of alcoholic beverages were also ratcheted up.
There will be a fine of up to 500 minimum calculation indexes or correctional, public works, and the term of administrative detention will be extended.
Либо же привлечение к общественным работам до 300 часов, либо же арест до 90 суток.
Since the new year, airbrush auto design is also banned. The initiators of this law explained that images distract drivers.
The scholarship program Bolashak will become more effective. The work to improve the system is underway at the Ministry of Education and Science. In particular, programs guaranteeing the students the jobs upon their return are being created. Meeting of the Republican Commission for Training Abroad was chaired by the State Secretary Gulshara Abdikalikova last week. According to her, large-scale infrastructure development projects and also enhanced business cooperation is causing urgent demand and need for highly skilled managers. Having a highly qualified staff is especially important to carry out the plans and objectives identified in the program Nurli Jol outlined by President Nazarbayev.
И здесь важно не количество, а качество обученных специалистов.
What is important is the quality of training and not the number of trainees. Investments in each student must be multiplied and returned in the form of new knowledge for the benefit of the economy. We must point out the needs of each region in view of its economic attractiveness and competitive advantage.
Его экономической привлекательности и конкурентного преимущества.
I can tell you that there are more needs. Tens of thousands of people work on the implementation of the Joly program and the second five-year plan of FIID. I can say that today 200,000 jobs will be created only in the construction of highways.
Past week, the decision made by the Commission awarded 224 scholarships for master's and doctoral students. The Ministry of Education and Science spokesperson also noted that foreign language courses will be given in Kazakhstan instead of sending the students abroad for language learning purposes prior to their main courses of studies. This introduction will definitely save budget money.
Программа Bolashak будет более эффективной.
Scholarship program Bolashak will be more effective and more focused, that we could train students for specific placement under the priority areas. Overall, more than 10,000 young people could get a quality education abroad under Bolashak program in 20 years. And despite the possible financial problems, this program remains a priority.
Получить качественное образование за рубежом. И вот несмотря на возможные финансовые проблемы и так далее, все равно эта программа остается в приоритете.
75 industrial facilities have been put into operation during the first 5 years of the Accelerated Industrial Innovative Development Program in the Aktobe region. Over 6,000 jobs have been created. Our crew visited one of the production facilities last week.
One of them is the plant for the production of energy-saving glass launched in the industrial area of Aktobe. The new shop cost the company 150 million tenge. These packages have a high-light transmission and they are collected using the Austrian equipment. The plant's capacity is 200,000 square meters of equipment per year.
I've
learned almost everything. A new workshop, new business in our city, new opportunities.
Новые возможности.
Corrugated sheets, metal roofing, and facade panels are being produced in the next shop. At the moment, 30 specialists are working here. The company's future plans include the modernization of production and the creation of new jobs.
Оба этих производства открыты в рамках.
Both productions were opened in the framework of innovative development. They are now functioning successfully. We manufacture products that are in demand in the market area.
На рынке города Актюбинска и области.
75 assets were successfully commissioned during the first 5-year plan of FIID. According to officials, all businesses are operating on the full scale.
Industrialization map of Kazakhstan included 83 investment projects. It was planned to create more than 10,000 new jobs. The main achievement of the program is the launch of manufacturing of new products.
Priority investment projects are new ferroalloy plant and rail structural plant. Heating furnace already started at the rail plant. Its capacity is 430,000 tons of steel per year. First of all, it is 120-meter-long rails intended for high-speed lines.
An entirely new industry is rapidly developing in the Aral Sea region. A factory for processing of licorice root was launched a month ago in Joly district. Over the weekend, a similar pharmaceutical company was launched in the Jalagash area. The Kazakh-Chinese licorice root processing project has become a part of the industrial innovative program of the country. The facility will create 150 new jobs.
2,500 square meters are filled by assembled production lines. Each of them at the output gives 3 products. This breakthrough result was achieved due to the latest technologies. The total project cost amounts to almost 2.5 billion tenge. 150 people are employed. 500 more will get a temporary job in the agricultural season.
We built a factory, installed the equipment, launched the production line. All the work is carried out together with our Chinese counterparts. In all of the post-Soviet space, there is no similar factory. Everything is automated. Along with the modern equipment, the latest technology is applied. The production that will be produced here is unique.
The production of the pharmaceutical plant is not only unique, but it's also entirely export-oriented. The design capacity of the plant can process up to 6,000 tons of licorice root per year. There will be a release of glyceric acid, flavonoids, and polysaccharides of licorice that are very helpful and often the main components of the hundreds of different medications.
Против тяжелых вирусных заболеваний будут готовиться препараты.
The drugs against severe viral diseases will be produced here. The second line is makeup. We will produce a large batch of flavonoids for Japan and South Korea. The third line is polysaccharides. They are used in many industries. Plus, it will be used for the treatment of diabetes.
There won't be any problems with the raw materials, according to the factory workers. The company signed an agreement with 27 farms and has already planted 10,000 hectares of licorice. Therefore, the factory has a great future.
The new mining and metallurgical company that was launched in Karaganda region will operate for the development of the gold processing industry of the country. Here's our story on the new production facility.
This factory mines gold ore at open pit. The plant processes using a unique technology. They allow the use of even the most poor ore that is smelted into ingots d'or, which at least have 72% of the gold. Precious wedges are sent further to the refineries in Astana.
We use technology, gold in it pulp, the so-called CIP. In the future, we will use the gravity system. One-stage crushing is used, conveyor system, two-stage grinding, and then cyanidation.
500 people were employed at the gold factory in the remote Aktobe area. Production of the enterprise makes 2 million tons of ore per year. The factory plans to expand the volume by increasing the area of the mining lease.
I got a job here and work here. The salary is good and so is the management. First of all, it's an automated factory, new technologies and career development.
For the first time in the region, paste technology is used for processing of tailings, which allows to efficiently remove water. This technology facilitates safe landscape restoration after mine closure.
A fully automated water treatment plant with a capacity of 125 cubic meters of water per day has been launched in Almaty. It has replaced the old water treatment plant, which was built in the 1950s. The new facility that cost almost 1 billion tenge will improve the quality of the drinking water, ensure the uninterrupted water supply to the city, and also significantly reduce the loss of water and electricity consumption thanks to the latest technologies. Mayor of Almaty, Joly has launched this important facility for the largest city in Kazakhstan.
Perhaps no other strategically important facility has such control over the quality. Water is checked about 1,000 times a day before it reaches the consumer. Streams of the main water channel of the city, Big Almatinka, come to the station through 3 conduits, where the water undergoes a 4-stage cleansing process. Previously, this process required enormous energy. However, the situation has improved significantly after a technical upgrade.
Аварийность уменьшилась в 1,5 раза.
The risk of accidents has decreased by 1.5 times, as the loss of water reduced by 2 times. This is the task that the President has assigned to us. This filter station can provide clean water, but also significantly saves energy, reduces water loss.
Ну и заметно экономит энергоресурсы.
Before the new year, residents of the city and the utility providers have received as a gift new vehicles, specially equipped for rapid elimination of accidents on water supply systems to repair crews besides the modern station. It is worth noting that these mini trucks of the South Korean maker were assembled and produced in Kazakhstan.
Families of the deceased pilots who crashed during training flight near the village Joly in Almaty region have received flats in the town of Taldykurgan. The wife of victim Yerlan Nawanov has received a 5-room apartment. She has 3 children, with the youngest of them being only 7 months old. The wife and 2 sons of the deceased pilot Denis Gorbunov have received a 3-room apartment. Families of both pilots did not have any housing in Taldykurgan. In September 2014, a crash of a military aircraft Su-27 took lives of the 2 young pilots during a training flight. Commander of Taldykurgan Air Base, Yerlan Nawanov, and Chief of Staff of the military unit, Denis Gorbunov, died aboard the aircraft. Both have been awarded with Orders of Aybun of the 2nd degree posthumously.
I'm grateful to everyone who supports us in the hour of need. Thank you very much for your help. The apartment is big and cozy. We like it very much. For us, of course, the death of my husband is an irreparable loss, a great sorrow, but we have to somehow live and raise the children.
A monument dedicated to Kachemak On, the first Kazakh wrestler and world champion among heavyweights, has been erected in the Akmola region. The erected monument in the Kachemak On village of the Akmola region has become an authentic decoration. 10 craftsmen broke sweat to create it. The life of the famous Kazakh wrestler, circus artist, and multiple world champion in wrestling among heavyweights is full of amazing stories. Kachemak On was a holder of about 50 different awards and medals. During the World War II, the 70-year-old wrestling champion used to send money to the Victory Fund for aircraft manufacturing for the front line. The heritage of Kachemak On is a pride of the Kazakh people, and his life is an example for the younger generation.
The monument was built by the patrons. They have initiated to erect a monument at home of Kachemak On. They have carefully selected sketches. We are pleased. Everything turned out as planned.
Kazakhstan's biker famous traveler Dmitry Petruchin is preparing for a new expedition. He's going on a journey again to continue his trip around the world, which he began 10 years ago. In 2014, the biker marked the 10th anniversary of his world tour. Then he already traveled to 150 countries and had overcome 250,000 kilometers. The traveler has contributed to the worldwide promotion of the Asian Games held in 2011 in Astana and Almaty, and the Universiade 2017 to be hosted in Almaty. He has been awarded with Order Krumet.
There was a motocross across Latin America, North America, and Africa. I'd been dreaming about traveling across these two continents. I got to Europe from Africa, and then I arrived home through Aral.
Dmitry plans to arrive in Kuala Lumpur on July 31, 2015. The capital of the Olympic Games 2022 will be announced here at a special meeting of the International Olympic Committee. Two cities, Beijing and Almaty, have bidded to host the Games in 2022.
Сейчас зима, да, на самом деле, но в Европу можно ехать и
We will try to go through all the European countries. I think that the leaders and presidents of national Olympic committees of these countries will take our expedition. I want to get to the Arabian Peninsula from Turkey through Greece. By July, I plan to get to Malaysia.
национальных олимпийских комитетов этих стран примут нашу экспедицию.
Nearly 5 million tourists visited Kazakhstan last year. Experts are noting that every year the number of guests visiting our country for the first time is growing. The president himself has repeatedly said that the tourism can be a major source of revenues for the state and for the entire population. Here you can see the Bayterek monument that is the symbol of our capital. It reflects the birth of the new capital of Kazakhstan.
Astana resident Yelena Kulakova has been telling the tourists about her native city for 16 years. She says that even local residents do not always know the history of the capital, although there is a lot of interesting places. In recent years, the flow of tourists has increased, both local and foreign. For example, this area is included in the list of the most visited places.
Kazakh Yel monument, a 91-meter-high obelisk, is a symbol of independence of our country.
Representatives of Tourism Department confirmed the guide's words. Less than 1 million people visited Astana 14 years ago. The number of tourists has increased to nearly 7 million by 2013. To implement this plan, a special concept of tourism industry development until 2020 has been adopted in the country.
Восточный Казахстан – это экотуризм. Алматинская область, в частности, Алмата – это развитие.
Western Kazakhstan involves development of ecotourism, Almaty region, the development of ski resorts, Astana business tourism, Akmola region, Shucheng's Burabay resort zone, in northern Kazakhstan Silk Road, West Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan's attempt of the Riviera development.
Perhaps at present the cost of holidays in Kazakhstan commensurates to the French Riviera. Vacations in here turn out to be very expensive. Experts admit the issue of pricing to be one of the most problematic.
Решением данной проблемы может быть...
Diversification of tourism products may serve as the solution to this problem. The country needs to offer not only a summer outdoor recreation in the mountains, but also a winter holiday season. Thus, the resort will be busy year-round, and it will affect price formation.
In order for the largest number of tourists to see all the beauty of the Kazakh land, resort areas in the country will be developed with the help of public-private partnerships. According to experts, this will have positive impact on attracting tourists and the development of transport infrastructure, modernization of which has been emphasized in the program Nurlijol.
Kostanay artists with disabilities but with unlimited imagination have created a new direction in the art of wool applique. The brothers Ankaovs suffer a rare but insidious disease of the musculoskeletal system, myopathy. Nevertheless, the brothers have held several exhibitions in Astana and Almaty. Recently, they have won the first place in the category Muragir in the qualifying competition of arts and crafts to participate in the upcoming Expo 2017.
The works of the brothers Ankaovs look tender but are really durable, are land green's wool for future paintings. It is necessary to prepare a minimum of 200 grams of each color.
We mix different colors and obtain secondary shades, thus we make color changes of similar colors.
Brothers have been preparing their know-how for almost 10 years. As a result, they have obtained the official innovative patent and opened private design studio. Arlan creates composition. He decides what color range will be used in the composition. 2 years ago, the hobby brought first revenue.
Our factory in Kostanay is the only one in Kazakhstan, and it is unique in the world. Our main equipment is made of wool from an environmentally friendly material, fleece. Earlier, our ancestors used rug. Now we use a new method. That is, we cut and granulate wool.
Centimeter by centimeter, to achieve a desired texture and color is not easy, the brothers say. Each picture takes up to a month to make, and Ankaov brothers have hundreds of such works. They work for hours without a break, no matter what.
Don't be afraid of work. It is necessary to set challenges. Our president announced the strategy 2050. We must carry out it all together and work for our country. After all, if you just sit back, then nothing happens.
Brothers consider that only felt can convey best the elegance and grace of sledge, of intricacies of the sacred patterns. After all, from ancient times, a felt mat is used as a decoration in a house. It warms the body and heart. Also, this year is the year of sheep, which is very timely.
The president says that business needs to be a part of a family tradition to pass it on from generation to generation. Family business is a guarantee of stability of the state.
Today, the brothers prepare for the next exhibition to the design of the apartments and reception of pupils. Ankaov family also teaches their craft to all those who wish to develop traditional crafts in this innovative incarnation.
Thunders of applause, flowers, exciting reviews from the audience. This was how people welcomed the premiere of the masterpiece, the ballet The Sleeping Beauty, with Tchaikovsky's amazing music in the Abai Opera and Ballet Theatre. The basis of the libretto is one of the most popular fairy tales by Charles Perrault. This was the farewell performance of the theatre in 2014.
The Sleeping Beauty has been already staged here in 1996, but it didn't show for long and lost the audience. This time, the director invited the legendary choreographer of classical ballet, Gabriela Komlev. The classic version of the ballet in the first production of the great Marius Petipa was chosen for staging.
Since the time of Petipa, the ballet was given a big impetus. It is very hard to compare ballet of the 19th century and the 21st century, but at the same time, the score choreography is saved.
The design of the stage was close to the original version. The painting decorated the fabric, which seemed to be endless. People's Artist of Russia, Vyacheslav Akonev, recipient of the State Award of Kazakhstan, has staged several performances in this theater.
We have made hundreds of costumes. More than 200 costumes were sewn in workshops, and all of them are handmade. A number of beads, pearls, which decorate costumes were measured by kilograms.
6 months of work are in the past. Almost the entire troupe is involved in the ballet. Ballet school students have been also involved. Now I dance a small Aurora, but I dream to perform adult Aurora in the future. On the day of the premiere, the adult Aurora was performed by Gulvera Kurbanova. Generally, this is the test for the entire troupe. This is pure classic, blue classic, the Sleeping Beauty. There are exact positions of the feet, hands, and a lot of equipment. Farhad Buriev performs the main male part of the prince. It is quite remarkable that in life he is married to Gulvera Kurbanova.
It is much easier to dance with your wife, but at the same time my worry is double as I'm thinking about myself and about her at the same time.
In 2008, after signing the agreement with one of the Kazakh banks on provision of financial support to the theater, 3 new operas, international festivals of opera and ballet, have been held in the theater. And now the Sleeping Beauty of Tchaikovsky welcomes spectators.
Among all of Tchaikovsky's ballet, The Sleeping Beauty is the pinnacle. It is written in a more difficult way, therefore only a few theaters in the world choose to stage it.
The premiere was a success, very colorful and fabulous.
What to say, Tchaikovsky's music is absolutely wonderful. Here, of course, there are some excellent performers. I think that this ballet has a great future.
By the way, the theater can be proud of its new repertoire, which now includes the Sokol Ballet of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, and The Sleeping Beauty.
These were the main news for the past week. You have watched the news summary program on Kazakh TV. I am Liza Shatayeva. See you in a week.